Hi, hello, this is Amanda Mae of Ardith Design. Welcome to my channel. All of a sudden I go to video and the hugs come. Here's, this is Luna Moon and Loki Apple was just on my lap. And this is a channel celebrating counted cross stitch. So if you're new, welcome. And if you've been here before, I'm so excited that you came to join me again to talk all about cross stitch. Yay! I have so much to show you. I'm at my dining room table. I have this whole table covered. I'm gonna do my very best to show you all the things. So I have final works in progress. I have final fully finished goodies, and I have purchases and all the things. And the pug brought me a ball to throw. So this is, oh, let's see what we can do. Alrighty, I can't wait to show you everything that I've stitched. I was stitching frantically right after Nashville Needlework Market, which was the first week of May. I came home all inspired and I chose not to stitch any of my own designs all through, well, March and April. I have been working on other people's designs. I have been designing personally on my electronics and doing my artwork and getting stuff ready, but I haven't done any actual model stitching of my own work. I've been stitching everybody else's work. It's really nice to have that break to replenish, get your creative juices kind of flowing again, and of course to stitch people's work that you admire, that you're inspired by, that you want to show the world, or you just want to sit and stitch by yourself, and it doesn't matter if you're going to get onto YouTube and show it or not. So I stitched a bunch of stuff. It's on a pile right here, so in no particular order we're going to go through it. And nothing is ironed because I cannot get my act together to iron. So just take all of that with a grain of salt. So we're gonna start with my whip right now, which is my work in progress. So what I'm stitching on right now, and that is Hold Fast. And this is by Liz Matthews. Hello from Liz Matthews. I met Liz for the first time February of 2020. She had just gotten this piece back from her model stitcher, and I met her at the shop in Catonsville, Maryland. Well, the postal code is Baltimore, Maryland, but really it's in Catonsville, and that's one of the large cross-stitch shops in the area here. So I had seen her model in person, I really liked it, and then very happy to have this pattern. I decided to do a full floss conversion and brighten up the colors a little bit. And I grabbed discontinued colors from Color & Cotton, some Weeks Dye Works, and some of my different Gentle Art threads. So I pulled some of these colors from, I don't know if you can see it right here, my Strawberry Fields Forever right here. I had stitched that last year, and so I had my threads from that, so I grabbed some of those to put on here. So, and then I'm using the same fabric from Strawberry Fields. I believe it's the same fabric. So very similar color palette. When I finish this, I might put this here in my dining room. So I have Country Redwood, Baked Apple, so Gentle Arts, Weeks Dye Works, and then Color & Cotton. This is discontinued. This is Chris Kringle, discontinued. I have an XJU Design. This was from her Halloween box, or Halloween colors a couple years ago. And I got this off of Kitten Stitcher's website. Discontinued Candy Hearts from Color & Cotton. Then I have Champagne. And then these two are Gentle Arts, Pumpkin Pie and Ginger Snap, which I love, and you can see the difference in color there. Another Weeks, which is Chickpea. Then I have the last two are discontinued, Color & Cotton. I have Fairy Ring and Sable. So that's what those are the colors that I picked, and I'll show you where I am at. So I'm stitching with 2 threads. So 2 threads of embroidery, floss over 2 linen strands here. Now, some people call the embroidery floss, they call it ply, P-L-Y. So using 2 plies of the 6 ply silk. So I've heard the term be used interchangeably between saying I stitch with 2 plies and I've stitched with 2 strands. So I'm hoping not to confuse anyone. And I'm stitching top to bottom, so you can see the color change here, like this, how it went. There's a big difference here, and you can see that variegation going line for line there. I'm not completing each stitch. I'm completing like the row. I'm doing one leg of the row and then coming back and finishing the stitch like that. So I'm really happy with my progress again. So here's the 4 here, 1, 2, 3, and working on that 4th one coming down, that anchor. So again, this is hold fast. All right, the next piece was a finish. I finished this, let's see if I wrote it down. I finished this February 4th. This was a quick finish. This was Bits and Pieces Winter. Little tiny, I'm not sure if this is still in print or not. I have not added any of the charms that it suggested, and I left out the word winter. And I think this is supposed to be a reindeer on or something on top of the roof. I left that off too. So let's see what I got. Here is my finish. I just grabbed colors and stitched. This is on a scrap piece of fabric. It's linen, I know that much. So you can really see the difference here in my colors and what I chose to do. As you can see, like I said, I left off winter and the charms, and you can see the broom here is a lot lighter than what I did. But I'm really happy, and it'll make a cute little ornament or something, I don't know. So there is Bits and Pieces Winter by Homespun Elegance. All right, I am really excited about this finish. Really excited. So I had this fabric already, which is the called for fabric, because I stitched my winter cardinal sampler that came out a couple years ago on this fabric. So when this pattern came out and I saw what fabric it was on, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is great. So I stitched this one. This is from Lindy Stitches. This is the Halloween Tales. This came out a couple years ago. I want to stitch this here, but I want to get that color, this color down here is Papayalope by Color and Cotton is the color of this fabric, and I want it, and I don't have it. So I haven't started this one yet. But I did start this one because it calls for the Riviera Olive Green, which I had. Da-da-da-da! She's all done! So this one was quite an interesting endeavor, and I learned a lot, and let me tell you what I did and what I learned. Okay, so I learned that impulse starting is fine. You can impulse start a chart. You can be like, yes, I want to start it, and start it right away. But make sure if you're doing something that has lots of stitches like this purple horse, big purple horse, that you have enough floss before you even get started. That weird squeaking in the background is Loki Apple. He's chewing on his ball literally right next to me and super obnoxious. Sorry. Okay, so I impulsively started this without realizing I did not have enough thread. So I got some grab bags at National Needlework Market from Gentle Arts. They had like mystery grab bags. And so in one of those mystery grab bags was this purple color, which I can't even show you because look, it's gone. Well, I guess I can show you. It's right here. And I don't know if you can see, but the color of the purple changes from here to like right here. And then no barking. The color changes. And then it goes up, and this color purple looks different. Well, it looks different because I ended up having to blend this limited edition purple, which is a different color. Hey. I blended this with the other purple, and I added 1 and 1 until I completely ran out of the first 5 yards of that color, and then I switched to just the 2 here. So I don't know if you can see that the color gradually changes and goes up. So my recommendation to you, if you are going to stitch this, your purple horse, if you're stitching on a 32 count linen using, hey, it's the wind. The wind is literally blowing trees. That is what you're barking at. Okay, can you stop? Please, thank you. If you are going to stitch this, you will need like 10 yards, 7.5 yards of floss or thread if you're doing 2 strands. So please keep that in mind. Buy 2 5-yard skeins if you're using the fancy floss, or 1 10-yard skein depending on what company you're going through. That is my advice. So super happy with this. I also did a complete thread grab and grabbed a bunch of different things. I grabbed my limited edition Gentle Arts. I grabbed my cottage garden threads. This is spruce. This is the green that I used in that collaborative design from 2022 that I did with X Stitch the Rainbow. This is from my personal collection, the Marigold. That was for the moon. And then I grabbed this blue that I ended up not using. I grabbed this dark color. Let me show. Okay, the green is another XJU, and it's from the Halloween. So I used that, a little bit of that, and then I used some other darker colors. And oh, and then the tail, the horse and mane, the horse mane and tail, not the shampoo, but is this limited edition, but it's like a deep smoky blue color. So because the horse's hair is that blue, which is really cool because who doesn't need a purple and blue horse? Love it. So that's my finish. Very happy. And I can't wait to get this framed and put up. It's supposed to be like Halloween, but I think it's any day of the week because giddy up. Oh my gosh. Okay, I gotta go put the pugs away. All right, my next finish is by Raspberry Patch Design Studio, and it is this Cousin Midge, 12th in the One Snowman's Family series. So she is sewing a green, looks like a green vest. And then there's tree up in the corner, there's a branch, and then there's the birds. And then down here is like a bird, the bird house. So this is the, looks like Mill Hill buttons. So I need to put those on, but I haven't gotten there yet. So this is my finish. I stitched this on a piece of 14 count Aida that's printed. It's like screen printed. I purchased this on Amazon to try it out because I couldn't help myself. And so I have got to add the buttons, but I need to iron her and get her all ready. So the snow has half stitches. I did a full thread conversion. I just kind of looked at the colors here and went back and forth. Here she has a flower button on her hat that I did not get in the set. I got this pattern at a thrift store, charity shop, op shop, out in like the middle of Nowheresville in Maryland. And super happy to find it. Love that it has the buttons, but so I'm gonna need to get a button or figure out something for her hat up here. I love the purple I decided to put her vest with, and then this I just love, and then the sewing table, super fun. So I had a lot of fun doing this. I want to get it ready for this winter and put it out because I love snowman. My snowmen, snow ladies, my kids and I collect the Hallmark snowmen that like do the cute little jingles and sing, and I put all my snowmen out. And so that's a little holiday tradition we've been doing. So I've been wanting to stitch more snowmen. Okay, my next finish is by Ingleside Imaginarium, the Almonds and Fox, or the Fox and Almonds. This was a release this March. I believe this pattern is now available if you want to get it directly from the designer, who is Brittany. I love it so much. I did not use the called for almond M&M silk, not because I didn't want to, but because Yamir was sold out and I could not wait to start this. I impulse started this. I saw it and went, yup, and immediately did it. So I started this when I got home. This is on a piece of Picture This Plus J that I got from Picture This Plus back in 2019 when I won the Just Cross Stitch Ornament Contest. This was one of the prizes, was a gift certificate for 2 pieces of fabric from them, and that's the J is the one of the ones I'd selected. So here is my finish. Isn't she so pretty? Love her. Almond blossoms and the fox peeking up. There's a super bloom going on in California right now, and all the pictures, it just looks amazing. So, you know, the almond blossoms, and then all the poppies are blooming, and like, oh my gosh. So this is really cool, and I'm really happy to have it done. And I love almond blossoms. Love it, love it. Okay, my next finish is like a big one. I could not wait to start this one and immediately started it too after market. I finished this, even wrote it up here, March 30th. I finished it. This is by Little Robin Designs. And I am stitching this. Oh, let me show you what it is. This is the Birdman Cometh. It is an antique adaptation of the sampler here. I don't know if it's a complete reproduction or if it's an adaptation. Regardless, I really like it. I'm stitching it on a piece of Forbidden Fiber Co. fabric. I got this piece at market. It was Cashel linen, 28 count, and it was called, there was a color name. It was, I think it's something Cranberry Crush. Let me see. I put the card in here so I would remember, and I don't. Okay, I'm going to say it's something cranberry, something berry. It's very beautiful. I know that much. So the Birdman Cometh, I pulled all my colors from my stash. I was really not sure what to do with the purple situation. So this is all, the purple is all one color here, the trees or the leaves. I didn't do that. I changed it. And then this is like a fuchsia hot pink on the bunny. Love that. And so I have like 2 different purples and a couple other things. I'll show you here. So this is my sampler I finished. Its finished design size is like 10 inches by 11 inches. So I'm going to need to either make, purchase, buy, trade, find, acquire, all those words, a frame for it. Da-da-da-da! But here she is. Love her. So this is all stitched, the clouds up here and the blue, it's all stitched like that. So do some white, then the blue, do some white, then the blue. This is exactly how it is charted. The blue goes up to here and then it just stops. So that's like it's incomplete. I made some mistakes with the bird. So this is a little wonky woo, and I did that, so that's okay. And then there is that, it's like a red pink that I used for the rabbit there. I will say that the building here, I did do a bit, I took some artistic license and I changed the roof. So this is what the roof looks like here. And I changed the roof on purpose to this. And I'm happy with that. The dog with the red eye, that's all right. And then all the greenery and all of this bottom, all of this is the same. As I said, the purple though, I started it and I was like, I want a different purple. So the pomegranate here is flanked with 2 different color of purples, and I'm here for it. I love it. The purple flower here, this is blues as charted. So again, I did a couple, I made a mistake here, so that's different. I purposefully changed the roof here, and then I changed the purples around. And again, I chose my own colors. So I've got to figure out how to frame this or what to do with this, because it is a very bold sampler. I've never done anything like this. So these are my colors that I chose. I have picnic basket, vermilion, blue jay, jasmine. Oh, I love this one. Tea berry, love this one. Thumper. This is Betsy Floss, like Betsy Ross. This is Valor. This is XJU, another one of her Halloween colors. And we got Boxwood. Baby carrots, and then I think that's DMC 310. Cherry cobbler, wren, turmeric, and bellflower. So those are my colors. And again, this is a 28 count that I used here. And I did 2 strands over 2. And finished March 30th. So I got home from market March 6th, and then I finished it, and I was like, I'm so happy. I tried to finish this on Instagram Live. So I went on and I was going to hand stitch the last like 100 stitches. Like I was so close to being done. I typically stitch at night after the kids go to sleep. So during the day, I don't normally stitch. So I sat down to stitch during the day, and the dogs flipped out and they're like on my lap and in my face. Anyway, I could not finish it on Instagram Live, but the itch was strong. I'm like, I have to finish this. So I went to pick up the kids from school, and I'm in that drop-off line waiting to pick them up. And I'm sitting there, and I finished stitching, and I took a picture in the car of the finished thing, and I sent a message over to Little Robin Design, and said, I finished your thing! Fangirled her. So yes, I finished that in the car because I could not wait until later that day to finish it. So there we go. So all of these flosses I've showed you, I can now put them back in my rotation. And then my last finish that I have is out of the cookbook for this year. This is the Nashville 2023 cookbook. I put a little pattern in here. And so if you want to stitch it up, that would be super cool. And anyway, it's in here. And then I decided to stitch, okay, so page 53 is where my pattern is. 53, there's a bunch of cute charts. I ordered some of these, so these will be on my website if you want to pick up your own copy. Let me show you. So many cute charts. I know so many people have done flip throughs, so I'm not going to do a flip through. But I do want to show you mine. It's somewhere in here. Here it is. I'm covering up the chart itself. And it says, sorry for what I said when I was hungry. Yeah, that's me. I get hangry. The meanest I think people have ever seen me is when I'm hungry. So I thought this was perfect. I'm sorry for what I said when I was hungry. All right, let me show you what I stitched. This is on page 13 of the cookbook. I'll show you that chart, or I'll show you I'm not going to show you the chart. I'm going to show you. So this is by Val's Stuff. And it is Spring is Hair, like here, but hair like the bunny. So she stitched this on a perforated paper and finished it. And I thought it was so dang cute. But I don't like stitching on perforated paper. So I pulled out a scrap and this is my finish. So I did it on this like lavender linen color. And so I decided, because the lavender was so pretty, I decided not to stitch the pink there, but I stitched everything else. And then, oh, I just, looking at this, I realized I did not add those bunny whiskers. So I got to add some bunny whiskers. But I stitched this with one strand of Wonderfill 12 weight cotton floss. So one strand on the 32 count is like stitching with 2 strands of DMC. So I just used the one strand. So I got to go back and add the whiskers. But I'm glad I saw that. Woo! Caught a mistake. So those are my finishes. I stitched this. I did a floss grab here too. So I've got Purple Rain, Oasis. It's like purple and green, or purple and like aquamarine. Bright Green, Acid Lime. This is Luau. I love Luau. It's discontinued, but I love it. Flaxseed and Limeade, also discontinued, but I love it. So those are my finishes and my almost finishes. Sans whiskers. All right. Now I want to show you some haul and some goodies that I've picked up along the way. I couldn't decide what to show you first, if I should show you thrift store haul and used books or show you fabric. And I decided I'm going to show you fabric because hot diggity dog, I can't help myself. I did a order with 1-2-3 Stitch. I went on and purchased a bunch of different stuff for model stitching and then personal stitching. I love that you can get the size of fabric, which is the 9 by 13 or 9 inches by 13 inches. It's also called a 1/16 because 16 cuts of this size out of 1 yard of fabric is the 9 by 13. Does that make sense? So it's a 16th, a 9 by 13. I love this. I have never stitched with opalescent fabric before, and this is Crystal Da Vinci Belfast linen. So Crystal Da Vinci, oh my gosh, love this. So I got that. And then I got an 1/8, which is, you know, an 1/8. So it's double the size of a 16th, see? Because it's, if I were to put 2 of these together, that would make 1/8. See, math? I know. So this is from, I think, Fiber on a Whim, but it's pretty. I don't know what it's called. I don't know the, shoot. This is the inventory number. Okay. I think I got a 16th of that as well, so it might be labeled. I got this green Valor, maybe. This is a piece, Skeleton Picnic, that is in Just Cross Stitch Halloween 2022 issue. I use this fabric. It's a Zweigart fabric, and it is, I think you can search under Splash or Speckle or Star and you can find it, but it's Zweigart and it's got that, it's like screen printed that color. This is an 1/8. Serenity. I'm so sorry. I thought it had the name printed on there when I was going to show you. It's like a green. This is like a petite point, red natural Belfast linen, Belfast for 32 count. And it's got that red polka dot. I thought something like Christmassy, holiday. This is Pastel Lilac. Really, really light purple. It's kind of hard to see. Here is, I accident. I bought a 16th and an 8th. And this is jade fabric. Picture this plus jade. So pretty. This is picture this plus glacier. Veldspar. I've heard a lot of people talk about Veldspar, so I wanted to try that. This one is fall leaf. It's like autumnal colors. This is dark olive. I want to say it's Zweigart. Then here's that purple again. Whimsy. I think it's Whimsy. Picture this plus W, maybe. I'm not sure. Then this blue. It's so pretty. Picture this plus Zephyr, I think. And this is Lakeside Linens, something sugar. I really like Lakeside Linens stuff. So those are the fabrics I bought. That was post-market. At market, I purchased some fabrics. And I quickly showed them to you in the last video, but I want to show you them this time. So I got Forget Me Not by Forbidden Fiber. This 32 count linen. Then I got Lullaby, which is 28 count. And then this is Red Clay. So pretty. And that's 32 count. And then I purchased the biggest piece of fabric I've ever purchased ever. And this is from Grace Notes Fabric. I know, I purchased, look at this. So pretty. And this is called Colleen. The fabric is called Colleen. And it's dyed by Corinne. So I got this, and it's 32 linen. And then I got, Corinne sent me 2 fabrics to design on, and I'm so excited. I'm going to show you those in a minute. And then Forbidden Fiber, this is the last piece that I purchased. This was the Rose Petal, and that is a 32 count linen. Okay, so these are, you're going to see future designs on these. I know, I cannot wait. So I have, this one is Sally, like Mustang Sally, but just Sally. Isn't that so pretty? I love it. So there's this one. And then I got a piece, this is so pretty. I can't even. This is called Grace. And look at that color. So pretty. I know I'm officially shouting at you now. I love it. So those are my fabrics that I have. I believe you can purchase, you can go to Grace Notes. You can go to her website. Yeah, so she's gracenotesfabric.com. You can purchase from her. And then Forbidden Fiber, I'm not sure if those colors I showed you were available on her website, but you can always go and check. Or like ask a shop or something if they can order from her. So those are my fabrics. I got a couple of gifts at market that I'd like to show you. So the Uncanny Arcanist, I got this really cool needle minder. He's a 3D printer and it's so cool. So I love it. So this is, I want to say for the tea time, and it's got the hibiscus. Love hibiscus tea, love hibiscus flowers. Favorite, love it, love it. So I got one of these needle minders from him. Love it. And then I got a thread winder. So this is where you wrap it. So you wind your thread, you like coming off of the skein. And then once you get here and you cut, and then when you pull it out, it's the perfect 18-inch length. because I think, so 9, yeah. And it's so pretty. So this made by Union Woodworking for Stacy Stitches Creative Studio. Look at that, so pretty. I need to test this out. Oh, the cardinals are flying at the window. So my purple irises are blooming right now. So there's the red cardinal and he's sitting right by the purple iris, and like red and purple. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so pretty. I also I was gifted this by Scarlet Sky Designs. She gave me this needle minder. I think it's so pretty. And she bought some of my patterns to make boards and stuff with. So she was a delight to meet. And then I got the new colors from Weeks and some amazing dessert chocolate stuff that I did not share. I ate them all. Not sorry. So those are some of the new colors. So those are some of the gifts that I got from Market. Yay! All right, let's go into haul. Yes. The first thing I want to show you, I can't even with this. So I walked into the thrift store and they had this on a bulletin board. They had stuck it on a bulletin board and it was like wonky on the bulletin board. And they wouldn't sell it to me unless I bought it on the bulletin board. So I have an extra bulletin board now. Anyway, this had to come home with me. I am not sure of the maker. I am not sure of the pattern name. I do know I need to research that further, but I'm going to show this to you now because this is the largest contemporary cross stitch, and I mean contemporary meaning not antique, because I've purchased some samplers that are huge, but this is the first like post 2000 pattern that's been, or post I would say 1980s pattern. This is the largest thing I've ever purchased. So let me show you this. It is stitched on a piece of Aida cloth that is tagged, and I don't know if this is from India, the company, or I need to do some research on this fabric. And it's called Mona Lisa ZX.com. I'm not sure. Anyway, here we go. Look at her. Yes. If I can afford it, I get them and I bring them home. And I have been told that my collection has reached capacity. So I need to figure out some long-term things I can do. I digress. Look at her. So she's got metallic, she's got half stitches and full stitches. She's got back stitching down here at the lotus. There are several different French knots that add that dimensionality to her. Oh my gosh, love her. She has some staining on her Aida fabric, but I think once she's framed, it shouldn't be too noticeable. This is a 14 count white Aida. Again, don't know the pattern name or if this is a goddess. I'm not sure. I need to do some research. But isn't she pretty? Ah, love her. So I thrifted her. This is her backside. And I mean, she's got like some threads that I do need to clip, but I love her. Okay, I've swooned enough. So I would like to wash her and press her and use probably Elaine's Best Press and get the wrinkles and stuff out and then decide if I'm going to frame her or if I'm just gonna like roll her up and store her. I'm not sure yet. So I got her, and then I'm super excited to show you this. So it's my finish, but in a thrifted tuck pillow. So I got this little tuck pillow at the thrift store. I paid, I think, 25 cents for it. It had its original tag here of $7. And it's my finish of the little freebie mushroom by Gira. G-E-R-A exclamation point. She's a Japanese cross-stitch designer. And this pattern was on Instagram. And so I stitched that. And then this is what the tuck pillow looks like. And as its name implies, you take this and I just tuck it in, and bada bing, bada boom, I am done. All right, I'm tucking her in. I'm gonna show you again. So now I've officially shown it, I can take the tag off. So there's a little tuck pillow. So finish on a thrift store find. Yay! The next thing I found, so some of the stuff I got on the trip down to Nashville, my friend Grace and her daughter and we stopped along the way. We went to antique stores and thrift stores as we were going down to Nashville. And I found this at the back of a thrift store, like the very back. It is a bell pull. I need to get some more information on it. It is, the back is a cream white satin. And then the fabric on the front, it looks like it is pre-printed. It feels like a satin. And then it has the actual, like the Aida square, but then it has the emboss, like the fabric circles. And it's so cool. I've never seen fabric like this before. And it's soft. It feels like a satin. So it's got the grids like the even weave Aida cloth, but it's not a cotton. It feels like a satin. So all the things that I need to research. So this is a bell pull, and it's got the bell pull hardware. Here is metal, and it has the chain. So cool. So I got to learn more about that. I had to bring it home though. It was in the back of the thrift store, like practically on the floor. And I couldn't let it stay there. I am a sucker for embroidery. Haven't met a piece of embroidery I haven't wanted to bring home with me. This one had some holes in it. That's okay, because I can wash it and use it and do other stuff with it. So this is, look at that basket. Love it. And then there's a second one. So I got that. These are from all the different thrift stores. I have several of these. I think they were mass produced, but this is like a placemat. But it's got that applique, which is so pretty. I love this. This I got at the antique mall, the big antique mall. It's huge. But look at this. It's so pretty. I love lotuses. So I got this. And it is a pillowcase. It's got the scalloped edges. It's got, I don't know if this is machine done or if that was hand done. And then it has the embroidery there. So I gotta figure out something with that. The next couple pieces I got, again, dug out. This one, it's dirty. I gotta take it out of the frame. It was on the ground. I picked that up. Oh, it's a teddy bear on 14 count Aida with one of those little toy duckies that you pull. It looks like the teddy bear is wearing a diaper, and then there's the baby blocks. I got this one. It's on a 14 count. It looks like a cream white Aida, and the theme is roses, and so there's a lot of back stitching of roses. It's the quintessential color palette from what, 1983? I know a lot of cross stitch uses these colors from that era. But that is so pretty. Wouldn't it be cool? If I take it out of here, wash it, and then like incorporate it onto a bag, like sew it. Something to think about. I got more stuff. Oh, I picked this up. It's a kit, an angel kit. And it looks like 18 count Aida. Yeah, 18 count Aida cloth, and then all the stuff, unopened kit. I also got Regency Mills 28 count, and it's linen duck. Perfect for cross stitch, candle wicking, beading, embroidery. But so the content, it's polyester and flax, which flax is linen. So polyester linen blend. It's got that like natural linen look with that lilac color. So I'm not sure what to do with that, but I have it. I got this little kit, the Mill Hill kit. It came with all the beads, and it's another little angel. And this is Holiday Silk something. Aqua Lace Angel is the kit. Aqua Lace Angel. What else do I have? Oh, I bought some stuff on eBay. I'll show you that. Show you that in a few minutes. Oh, so I went into a thrift store. We were in the middle of nowhere. Like, I don't even know if we were in Tennessee, if we were in Virginia. Anyway, Grace is laughing at me because, like, she's like, how are you seeing all of these Goodwills? And I'm like, I don't know, but like far off into the distance in a sliver of I saw a Goodwill. I'm like, let's stop at the Goodwill. And she's like, I'm so over it. Like, please, 2 minutes. So I went in and I walked the whole store looking for cross stitch. I did not find cross stitch, but I did find this, and I love it. Look at this. Oh, isn't that amazing? It's, you can kind of see it raised. Oh, and then it's Victorian theme vintage artist Cooper. And then there's a booth number, Creative Galleries. Oh, I'll have to look this up. Very cool. Oh, okay, Cooper is the name. I'm sorry. Artist is Cooper. So I'll have to look that up. Isn't that so awesome? But I love how it even has the texture of the like lace on the corner. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Is that going to go up here for now? Oh, that might go in there. All right. And then the last piece I got, she is so pretty. I think it's supposed to be a woman, like a Navajo woman doing basketry on a Navajo rug. I think I've got to pull this out. It's got the rusted nails. So I've got to pull that off. It's in like a oatmeal brown 14 count Aida cloth. Ah, I have so much work to do. I can't help myself. Okay. I'm almost done with this pile. I'm going to show it to you and then I got to skedaddle. I know. Let me show you. So I have a collection of books that I got. Sorry, I didn't mean to shake the table. A collection of books I've gotten at the thrift store. And then there was a library book sale that I got some books from. And then I bought some cross stitch pieces on eBay specifically to make bags with. Does that make sense? So I'm going to make some project bags. So I bought this one. And I think these are all on 14 count Aida that I'm going to show you. And they all need to be washed and cleaned. So I've got that one. This came as a set. This one. Pansy. This one, Live, Love, Laugh, Freely. I like that, and I liked the, I don't know the maker, the stitcher, don't know the year. This one, I like the cactus. And then the last piece, which this is what drew me to the set in the first place, but I didn't realize from the picture that the person who had stitched it had actually used black pin, and it doesn't look like it's gonna come off. It's not Sharpie marker, it looks like it's a black ballpoint pen, not a pencil. So I've got to figure out if I can take that off. But love grows here. Yes. Love it. So that's those are my eBay purchases. If you are interested in buying like completed cross stitch, I use the keywords finished lot, like finished and then LOT, like a lot, or partially finished to look for stuff. And then there's a lot of stuff. So just keep that in mind. All right, books. I ordered this one on eBay because I saw it on Pinterest. Someone on Pinterest got this book, took out the letters, and then she framed the letters and put the letters like in her baby's nursery. I'm like, oh my gosh, I love it so much. But I wanted it because, hello, I have young kids and animals and spelling and all the things. And so I loved it as the book. I'm not going to take the book apart. But I was like, I need to have this in my life. Like, there's on the M, there's mastodon, maple, mantis, mangrove, mistletoe, moose, morning glory, musk ox, mussel, mustard, mushroom, morel, monkey, and meadowlark, all in that M. I'm like, yes, please. So I love that. So that's one book. I got this next book from the library sale, and it is a Japanese quilt, the Quilt Japan. I'm not sure the title of this, but it's so pretty. And I opened it up and look at this. These are quilted and it's grapes. Oh my gosh. Yes, please. Love it. So I got this quilt book. I don't do a lot of quilting, but if I find stuff like I'm never going to be able to search this because I don't, like, it's in a foreign language. So it's like, I saw it. It was $1 at the library sale. So I bought it. I got this for a friend who does wood carving spoons. I think these are just so amazing. So woodworking carving spoons. I got Beyond the Garden Gate. This is a Leisure Arts publication. And let me see if I can find, I think there was half the book has the pictures, and then the other half of the book has the models. Or first half of the book shows them all the models, and the second half just has the patterns. So there's like the fruits and stuff. So I grabbed that. And then Seasons Remembered. This is another Leisure Arts book. And then I got Erica Wilson's Christmas World. I got this at the Antique Mall, the big mall. And I got it. It has a mixture of crowl embroidery. It looks like felt. And then there's some cross stitch as well. Erica Wilson, I have a couple other of her books. And I mean, they're vintage. Nothing wrong with that. I'm not, but most of the stuff in here is all in black and white. But look at, like, how cute is that? That. So cute. The embroidery, Indian style mirror embroidery work. These are so beautiful in person. Amazing. So I grabbed this. This was at the library, and it has like the stencils and stuff. And then I don't know if you all know this, but like I love gnomes and like love gnomes. And my husband, that's the one thing my husband and I love together. Like, well, besides our children and our house and our, you know what I mean, like hobby wise. So I need another hobby of, you know, wood turning and woodworking gnomes, but I saw that. I just couldn't help it. And I'm like, gnomes! So I have got to make room on my craft library shelves for all the things. So those are my books. Thank you for following along with me. You saw my finishes, you saw my finds, you saw my fabric, all the things. Please know that I appreciate you so much. If you want to stick around for like 2 minutes, I'm going to share like a personal life update. If not, mwah, take care. Okay, personal life update. I am letting you all know that I started a new Instagram account, and it's at Our Home with Amanda Mae. I've decided that I want to show you all what I'm doing in my house and my garden. And if you want to be just for the cross stitch, you can follow me at Ardith Design. But if you're also interested in some of the home projects and stuff that I'm doing, you can follow me over at Our Home with Amanda Mae. I will have it linked below. I have been doing a lot of work this last year on my home, in my garden. I put in a lot of work. I had a huge revelation when I had to go home to California last year when my mom died. I had to go and clean out her house, and it was hard. And we were able to donate like 98% of everything to one of the local churches there that are doing like relief services, because unfortunately in Paradise, Magalia, and Butte County in general, so many families and people are still recovering after the wildfires, the Camp Fire and other fires that took place a couple years ago. My mom had lost her home and had since rebuilt. She was the only house on the block in the neighborhood that had rebuilt. And just in that short amount of time, just what she accumulated in that amount of time was pretty astounding. My mom was awesome, but she was also very complicated, and she was a hoarder. So I struggle a lot with wanting to keep things like the just in case, or doing stuff like buying a lot of cross stitch. Where at some point you have to say, okay, enough is enough. So for me, it was a huge wake-up call that I need to get my own house in order, my personal life, and physically, metaphysically, metaphorically, you know, all the things, right? So I, put it out into the universe that I really need to start working on my home, and I don't want to leave my kids with what my mom left me with, because my brother and I, thank goodness, we were able to clean out and donate to the community. I mean, they took her saran wrap, they took her all the towels, like we were doing laundry, like as I was doing laundry, then we were packing up what came out of the dryer, and then like bags and bags all going to the church, like to go directly back to the community. Again, Paradise, they're not fully recovered. And what a lot of people don't realize in Butte County and in that area of California, so many people didn't have wildfire insurance. So while you have homeowners insurance, that didn't necessarily cover you in case of wildfire. So people literally have fifth wheel camper shells or tents, and they are on their burned, charred, barren land where there's no trees because everything burned down, in 115-degree heat, in their tents, living because they can't afford to rebuild. Like it gives me goosebumps. Just so many people are still homeless and displaced. So I'm very grateful that we were able to donate basically her entire estate back to the community. We're so happy we were able to do that. But it was, for me, like all those projects that I had wanted to do but hadn't started, like painting the laundry room. Like nobody wants to paint the laundry room, right? Like that, you got your well equipment, your water treatment, you got all the like utilitarian stuff, but it's ugly. And what's going to bring me joy? Paint it and put the new flooring in. So that's been one of my projects. So wanting to live more meaningfully and be present in my life. Cross stitch gives me such comfort and joy. It's something that I can do and stitch and I can put on my walls, and I love seeing it. But then there's other stuff like the I'll get to it one day pile. That was the thing for me when I got home last year, was the one day pile. No, today's the day pile. Like, let's get this done now. So that's a lot of reason why I have been absent from my channel this past year. I used to post weekly updates on Flosstube, and now it's been like once a month, once every 2 months. And please know that it's not out of a lack of wanting to do it. It's just mainly a time thing. I've been really focused on my house. But with that, I have made like over 100 videos, review videos, product review videos, display videos, of what I have done in my home and how much I've transformed it in 1 year. So if you are interested in that, I have my Amazon influencer page if you want to see pictures and all my videos. I have over 700 posts on that page, and I'm starting to put all of my review videos and a lot of my content on my new YouTube channel, which I will also post down below. So I have been busy. I just haven't been up talking about cross stitch as often. But I want you to know that I am still cross stitch obsessed, like obsessed with cross stitch. I have charted so many things since I've come back from market. I am doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes. I cannot wait to show all of you. So please know that I love you. I appreciate you. Cross stitch has saved my life. It has brought so much joy to my life, and I want to continue to make, create, and share with the community. I just wanted to also let you know that besides being a mother, a lady, a mother, a person, a cross stitcher, I'm also working on my house. And so again, if you want to subscribe or follow me, I'll have all that stuff below. If you're just here for the cross stitch, awesome. I appreciate you so much, and there will be more to come. I love you. Take care. Happy stitching, and know that you matter and your stitching matters. Mwah.